Are you in the military? Have you thought, hey, I'm going to live in housing because I don't have to worry about anything. I'm going to move in 3 years. Or are you renting because of the same thing? Let me tell you something that nobody told me. I'm going to give you the secret to become a millionaire when you retire. You need to buy a house everywhere you locate. Okay, you can use your VA loan more than one time. It's all about your eligibility. And here's how you do it. You get stationed at Fort Sam Houston. You buy a house. 3 years later, you get sent to Fort Carson, Colorado. You buy a house. Market's appreciation enough to where you now have 20% equity in your house in Fort Sam. You refinance it and get out of the VA loan, right? So now your VA loan is just one place and it's in Colorado. Then in 3 years, you move, you get to Fort Drum, New York. You go buy a house with your VA loan in Fort Drum, New York. Right? As long as you're staying in your eligibility requirements for the VA loan, you're perfectly fine. Well, now you take the VA loan from Fort Carson and you refinance it into a conventional loan when you get 20% equity. So now you got some more eligibility. Now you get relocated from Fort Drum, New York to Fort Irwin, California. You do the same thing. Right? And by the time you retire, if you PCS every 3 years and you do 20 years in the military, that should give you about 6 or 7 houses that you could own. You'll have an estimated net worth of, $1 million, $2 million, whatever it is, whatever the house value is, right? But then you got to subtract what your mortgage is, but that gives you your net worth, right? Then when you retire, you have your retirement check. And in 20 years, if you've done it right and made some extra payments, that house from Fort Sam is paid off. So now you got cash flow plus your retirement, right? And then you should have cash flow from all the other properties because the rents have gone up, but your mortgage has stayed the same, right? It's gone up a little bit for adjustments for insurance and for taxes, but you should be raising your rents to where you have cash flow coming from all these other properties. This one's paid off. Right? And then you take the money from the paid off one and you use it to go pay from Fort Sam and you pay it on the Fort Carson one. You work on paying that off sooner, right? Because that's 3 years behind the Fort Sam Houston one. And then you get that one paid off. Now you got pure cash flow from 2. You take those 2 and you put it towards the Fort Drum house, right? So now you got 3 months worth of mortgage going in there, right? And you get that one paid off. Then you go to the Fort Irwin one and bounce around like that. And before long, you be maybe in your 50s and you have 6 or 7 rental properties paid off. Your net worth, millions of dollars, and you have all this funds coming in every month to supplement your retirement while you're sitting around in the French Riviera or on a cruise ship or traveling the world, and you've got 7 sources of income coming in. And you did it all by buying homes using your VA loan. If you want to sit down and talk about this more, let me know and we'll set up a time to do it. And I can show you how you can retire from the military with $1 million in the bank.